So EV's been delivering services in the Upper Yarra for about 10 years now. What we have learnt in that time is that transport constantly comes up as a barrier for a lot of people living in community, and the topography of the area definitely lends itself to be challenging. So EV were able to come together and partner with the Department of Transport and with Trips to try and find a new way to use infrastructure that already exists. The idea is people are moving around through the Yarra region, so why not see if we can have the community actually start to transport each other, and in a way that offers far more options for people to connect with more conventional methods.
I've been living in the area for 10 years now, and I've been retired for 10 years. When I saw the article in the newspaper, I thought that what a wonderful idea, because this is a public transport challenged area. There's no public transport out here since the train finished in 1945. Here your only alternatives are self-transport. Either you drive a car, you ride your bike, put your thumb out and hitch a ride. There's no bus service other than a school bus. Taxi services, not really available. It's 10 k's to town, so it's a decent walk. And of course there's log trucks that travel on the road, so it's not really safe to ride the bike. So it's car or nothing here. Being retired now, I have time available, so it's good to give something back to the community. And if you're helping people that are in need, then what better thing to do?
I live out in the Yarra Valley, have done now for a few years, and I often see the challenges people face getting around our lovely area. Whether it's a doctor's appointment or whether it's to the supermarket, it could even just be to go and check the mail at the post box. I've seen firsthand where some of our elderly people, or even those that are probably less mobile, having challenges getting around our valley. There's really only one road in, one road out, but it's limited. Our buses don't run terribly frequently, and when they do, there's challenges getting on the buses.
Connecting two buses for people, I think that would be one of the difficulties, because people tend to live on larger properties or slightly more remote, and the buses don't service those areas. So where I live, they're probably a little bit more familiar with what you might call the centralised Eastern Volunteers system, where they have their vehicles and people go out and about from a depot. So this is a slightly more remote, if you like. It's a different concept. Hopefully it works, and hopefully it catches on. People get more, find out about it, and it becomes a service that can really help the community.
I've lived here for 27 years in the one spot, and transport's always been a big issue. I've never had a car, I've never been able to drive. Transport is, for me, it means if I'm able to do my washing, or if I'm able to go and have a shower, or if I'm able to have electricity to charge my devices. So for things like just a working phone and to be clean and to have clean washing, it's hard because it's a long way to the town. Well, I'd take my buggy and I'd walk down with my friend, and walking back's harder because it's uphill. We still have to do it once or twice a week to get shopping and to get drinking water as well. I think it'll make a huge difference in that I might even be able to organise to get dropped off and early in the day and then picked up later on from a bus stop. So I might have a chance at being able to have a job for the first time, which if I'd had transport, I might have been able to have a job like 10 years ago.
The community transport trial, it will really help a lot of people. I see people walking from, up bush, and I see elderly people walking in the pouring rain or the really hot sun to try and get to a bus stop in time, just to try and get some shopping done. And then to have to do that whole trek all the way back home, it's just really hard. And so to have this transport, the EV transport, would just make people's lives so much easier, and just be so practical to just have someone on call that can just come and pick you up and take you on your way.
transport constantly comes up as a barrier for a lot of people living in community.
Our buses don't run terribly frequently, and when they do, there's challenges getting on the buses.
Hopefully it works, and hopefully it catches on. People get more, find out about it, and it becomes a service that can really help the community.
So I might have a chance at being able to have a job for the first time, which if I'd had transport, I might have been able to have a job like 10 years ago.
So it's good to give something back to the community, and if you're helping people that are in need, then what better thing to do?
Just be so practical to just have someone on call that can just come and pick you up and take you on your way.